This is What's AI, and I share artificial intelligence news every week. If you are new to the channel and want to stay up to date, please consider subscribing to not miss any further news. Today, I have a guest speaker for you. His name is Gaurav. He has been working in the data science field for 9 years now and is also a fellow YouTuber. Here's how he sees artificial intelligence. He will also be explaining the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Then, he explains what machine learning is and the different ways an algorithm learns, such as supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning, and reinforcement learning. He then explains deep learning a bit deeper and how it works using some examples. Finally, he shows a real-world example of AI, which is Tesla's autonomous driving chips in this case, and uses this to explain what a neural network is. I will now let him introduce himself and his channel. Enjoy guys, and I hope you learned something new from Gaurav today.
Thanks Louis for having me on your channel. This is Gaurav. Just to give you a bit of introduction about myself, so I've been working in this data science field for the past 9 years, hence why I started a channel as Louis mentioned, which is Techfit. So within my channel, it is divided into two parts, which is tech and fitness. Again, within tech, I do cover different data science topics and also looking at different programming or markup languages, and again, give you some introduction about those, and also be looking at different projects as well and kind of like demonstrating those projects with yourself, and also kind of like sharing my experience in this field and also trying to learn from my peers. And the other half of the channel is fitness. Again, I'm a qualified gym instructor and personal trainer, hence why my channel kind of like shows those two areas such as tech and fitness. So the topic we're going to cover today is artificial intelligence. Again, within artificial intelligence, when you look at on YouTube or you're trying to search on Google, there are different terms that comes up as well, which is such as machine learning or deep learning. So what I want to kind of clear within this is kind of like what exactly is artificial intelligence and where does deep learning and machine learning sit, and maybe demonstrate with one of the examples. To put it in really simple terms, like, so artificial intelligence is a simulation of human intelligence, especially done by machines. So that's what exactly is artificial intelligence. Now you would wonder, where does actually machine learning or deep learning sit? So to kind of like elaborate it more, artificial intelligence is your umbrella term where you have your artificial intelligence, and under that you have your machine learning. So machine learning is basically a subset of artificial intelligence, and deep learning is the subset of machine learning. So if you kind of like talk about it on the reverse order, so you have your deep learning, which is a subset of machine learning, and then you have your machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. All the machine learning is counted as AI, but not really all the AI is counted as machine learning, because again, I could have really good rule-based system, which could be just kind of like trying to answer the questions that a customer is asking, and would be like just working as an AI model, but it's not really, there's no machine learning applied to that. It's just a rule-based engine. So let's talk more about machine learning. Machine learning is where you're giving the ability to the machines to actually learn and improve from the experience without being explicitly programmed. So within machine learning, you have different forms of studies, such as supervised learning. So supervised learning is where you have labeled data. Say we can take an example of building a churn model. So if you look at the historic patterns of the customers, you know exactly what customer left, what customer didn't left. So you do have that label data saying that this person left or not. So this is kind of like your supervised learning, where you try to build different types of models. Then you can use different types of models, such as logistic regression or naive Bayes or support vector machines, to predict what person will likely to be leaving in future, and you can have those probability scores against that. So that is your supervised type of learning. Second is unsupervised learning. Within unsupervised learning, you don't really have any label data in your database, so you're trying to see what patterns comes out of the data. So one type of example would be clustering technique, where you're trying to build the clusters which comes out of the database itself, which is an unstructured form of the data, and the models you could use maybe k-means or mean shapes, etc. Third one is semi-supervised. So the name kind of like suggests it all, where your model is first trying to build a structure in their data set and then predicting against that structure. It's kind of like called as semi-supervised learning. So fourth one is reinforcement learning. So reinforcement learning is quite similar to human brain, where you're trying to mimic that human brain activity, such as if your human brain is learning something, it does not really need constant supervision in terms of answering something. So to put in a really basic examples, if your brain looks at a picture of a cat, it exactly knows. If it looks at a different picture of cat, it would know that this is the cat. So the same way would be for machines as well, to actually look at a picture of a cat and learn from it. And so it doesn't really need a constant supervision what exactly that picture is. So which is kind of like, so say for an example, within your label data, you're providing that label data to the machine to learn from it, and it doesn't really need any constant supervision afterwards. It can actually predict if it sees a new picture of a cat, it can actually predict if it's a cat or not. So this kind of like learning is your reinforcement learning. So deep learning is basically an AI function, or you can call it as a class of machine learning, which basically mimics human brain. So deep learning is also classed as deep artificial neural networks or deep reinforcement learning. Some of the examples of deep learning would be image recognition, sound recognition, or looking at recommender systems or natural language processing. So the idea behind deep learning AI would be that the machines are capable to make decisions without any human supervision. It's only done based on the experience of the data provided, and even if the data is unstructured or unlabeled, they can actually make decisions. So now we talked about deep learning, machine learning, and AI. Again, you can take analogy, which is again as a Russian doll, where you have your deep learning and then you have another encapsulated one, which is your machine learning and which is your AI on top. Let's look at one of the real life example of AI. So we'll talk more in detail about Tesla Autopilot AI chip. So as you might be aware of Tesla Autopilot AI chip, which is again Tesla is trying to reach level 5 autonomous driving, where there is no human supervision is required anymore, where you just sit in the car, you click the button from point A to point B, and the car brings you to that point. So within this AI chip, the idea behind this is to basically mimic a human brain. So the technique which is used in the background is neural nets. So to give you a really basic example of neural nets, again, the idea is that you have your input layer where all the input comes in. Then you have your hidden layer, which is again where you make your decision in terms of the weightage is given to each of the input layers and to your activation functions. Then you have your output layer, which is the actual decision. So the idea is that it is a forward propagation where your model is basically predicting what exactly value it is, but based on that learning, because you have your data, which is again labeled data, based on the correct answer. So the model basically does the backward propagation, which is again done based on the gradient descent. But again, we're not going to get into a lot of these terms because I'm trying to leave it more higher level to just kind of like give you a good understanding of how the model is training or what exactly is neural nets. So once we have a basic understanding of neural nets, let's look at what exactly is the Autopilot AI chip is trying to do. So Autopilot AI chip is trying to actually mimic a human brain. So say for an example, if my eyes are looking on the road while I'm driving the car, it's actually making the decisions, oh, should I turn right or should I turn left or should you drive on the road markings? Exact same way, machine is trying to do the same work, where through my vision, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take that vision through my retina, which actually goes back into my cortex, where I'm actually making the decision within my brain to turn right or left. So exact same with the AI chip is trying to do as well, where the AI chip is where the neural network's brain is there. So what it's trying to do is it's trying to take the input to the cameras, what exactly the vision is, and based on the label data, it's trying to learn within that AI chip and making the decision to turn right or left at a certain point or drive on the road markings. So kind of like to go in more detail exactly what AI chip is trying to do and how does it make decisions. So if you put it in this way as well, to kind of like really explain it on a really granular level. So if you look at this chip, so same example, as on the right, you can see where there's video inputs where the actual input of the data is coming in from. Then you have your two chips that are sitting in the middle, which is actually where the brain is, which is again where the neural network is sitting, so where it makes predictions of turning right or left. Then you have your output signals, which is again the decision, and based on that decision you have your chip, which actually makes the decision of turning the steering wheel right or left. It does not just collect camera vision data, it does collect a lot more different types of data, such as GPS data, map data, or ultrasonic sensor data, speed data, or steering angle data. So these are different types of data that has also been collected within the chip to make those decisions within the neural net model. This is how the chip tends to learn how to drive the car, which is exactly mimicking the human brain. So I hope you enjoyed this topic. Thanks, Louis, for having me on your channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you for this valuable information, Gaurav. This was really clear and well explained. If you guys enjoyed it too, go check out his channel. It is the first link in the description box below. As usual, I will see you on my channel for a new video this Saturday, where I will be covering the ECCV 2020's best paper. Please leave a like if you went this far in the video. And since there are over 90% of you guys watching that are not subscribed yet, consider subscribing to the channel to not miss any further news clearly explained. If you would like to start or improve with machine learning, I've linked all the best online courses in a repertory in the description. Thank you for watching.